What do Peggy and I eat? That's a question that people will ask us often. We're in our late 60s, Peggy's 70, and we thrive. We take no medications. We're strong, we're healthy, we're fit, we're flexible. We just enjoy our life, and we want that for you too. Food, nutrition is such a very important part. To answer that question, first let me tell you about what Peggy eats. Peggy is a pescatarian. Peggy eats above ground vegetables, very, very few below ground vegetables. She does like a sweet potato. What she'll do is take a big sweet potato, and it might be part of 3 meals. She'll cut a third off. She'll slice some beautiful thin slices of sweet potato, and she'll fry them up in butter. She'll flip them over, and they're crusty and they're wonderful. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. With that, she'll eat some fish, maybe some Brussels sprouts. She eats all fish and vegetables, basically above ground vegetables, your lower carb vegetables. She doesn't eat any pasta. She will allow herself an English muffin every day because her body does well with some carbs. Nobody should be eating a lot of carbs because carbs just plug up the system. You get into heavy carbs like pasta and potatoes and you're eating tons of them, you're going to pay the price. So Peggy is a pescatarian. I am ultra low carb. In 2007, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I was put on medication, and that medication was just debilitating. The medication was worse. This is one of those where the cure was worse than the disease. If I had let my diabetes go unchecked, the disease would have been worse. I guarantee you that. The medication was causing me so many complications. I went out and did some research, and I found a book by Dr. Bernstein. It was a low-carb eating plan to cure diabetes. I cured my diabetes with it. As time went on, I morphed into more of a free low-carb eating plan. He was very strict. But if you want to turn your diabetes around, try his eating plan. His books must be 500 pages. It's thick, and he gets into the science, and he gets into the whys, and he believes in a minimum of 4 hours between meals, no snacking, all well and good. I adhere to a lot of that. He also really limits the portions severely. I personally don't believe you have to do that. If you're eating a low-carb diet as I do, you're going to find that you can pretty well eat till full. The more carbs you get rid of, the more sugar you get rid of, the more you eat filling foods. And by filling foods, I'm talking meat, dairy, and fish. The more you eat that, the more you're full, the less you want. What a surprise as I've gone through the past 14 years of my low-carb adventure. It's surprising to me how I lost the taste for a lot of foods, how I'm full. I'm not bloated, but I'm full. It's totally different. The low-carb lifestyle is perfect. And it makes you come to realize that when you have carbs, it makes you realize how bad they can be for you. For instance, for a long time, I would allow myself to have a little sugar, maybe some chocolate, maybe a glass of red wine, thinking it was all okay. It wasn't until I quit them, until I completely eliminated sugar from my diet and alcohol, that I found I could live my life feeling full, satiated, but not craving food, not feeling bloated, not being short of breath. Recently, I decided to try carnivore. I actually eliminated, I was eating some things like low-carb tortillas. I still would have chocolate occasionally. You never can get enough. I could eat every candy bar in the freezer, and I would still want more. That's the sign of an addictive food, a food that has been designed to be addictive. So these chocolate bars would make me want to eat more and more and more. Well, I found out once I completely eliminated them, I no longer crave them. In fact, it was really fun. There was a commercial on during a football game I was watching yesterday, and they were drinking a shake. I looked at that milkshake, which let me tell you, up until recently, milkshakes were one of my absolute favorite cheats. I love ice cream and milkshakes. I looked at it, it had zero appeal. I was shocked and thrilled at the same time. That's how we eat. Peggy is a pescatarian. I currently am a carnivore, I might stay on carnivore. I may not. I am enjoying it. I love the food I eat. And I may go back to a little low carb. I don't know. I'll play that with time. As long as I'm feeling healthy, I may test my low carb tortillas. I may test them. I don't know. We will see. My goal is for you to find the eating plan that is perfect for your body. We're all built differently. We all have different eating plans that work. Don't use that as an excuse to eat crap that you know is no good for you, but find what works for you and live with it. Make it a lifestyle change, not a diet. That's today's message. Move well, stay healthy, be happy, and live your life with passion.